All right, y'all, we have to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Spoilers ahead. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's go. Okay, so just to start it off, I am absolutely a Marvel fan, but I'm not a delusional one. So if you, well, maybe I can be delusional about certain characters like Wanda. I will always make excuses for Wanda. I'm completely biased when it comes to Wanda, so I can accept where I'm biased. But if you are one of those delusional Marvel stans who can't even look at a movie and be like, I actually like this is what I liked about it, this is what I didn't like about it. Like, if you can't have a conversation about a movie, just get up off this video. There were some of you talking about, oh, well, Eternals was worse than this movie, Ant-Man Quantumania, and y'all can get up off my video too, because Eternals was a good fucking movie. Let's talk about this. So this, I left the theater very much like, okay, you know what I mean? Very much like, I think that's the perfect way to describe how I felt after I watched it, and the end credit scenes as well we'll get to. But let's just start the rant. So it was fun. It was fun. A lot of the visuals were really cute. Even though there were some moments of bad CGI, I was like, okay. but a lot, for the most part, it was fun. The quantum realm looked trippy as hell. You know what I mean? It was a fun movie. But I think that's really all I can say when it comes to the positives. Let's just go. As leftist as I am, I do not, and I really love the idea of socialism. I really wish that we weren't ruining our shit with capitalism. It's just that it comes off really weird when Disney is trying to be over here trying to preach to me about socialism. Y'all overwork and underpay your VFX artists. Like, I don't want to hear y'all even make, like, literally y'all were stealing progressive buzzwords from Twitter. It's just like, Cassie was over here mad that the government wasn't taking care of the people who were stranded and homeless after the blip, and I'm just like, girl, y'all know there were homeless people before. and Hope got this big ass company. It's just like, okay, girl, just Disney, I don't want them to even approach. Y'all are capitalists. Just don't even approach those topics. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know. Either way, there were too many characters in this movie. Y'all were trying to introduce Cassie, trying to make sure that we understood what was going on with Miss Thatcher. Then at the same time, y'all were trying to tell us what's going on with Janet and how the years that she had spent in the fucking quantum realm. And then y'all were trying to introduce Kang. And that's not even including the fact that y'all had Henry ass, what the fuck his name is? Henry and Hope out here. It should not have been Ant-Man and the Wasp. It should have been, because Hope was barely in this, so y'all should have cut out Hope. Y'all should cut out what's his face, who was only piloting the damn plane, the jet. Anyway, y'all should have focused just on the father-daughter relationship that Scott and Cassie had, and made some type of emotional investment for the audience, because I was sitting there like, okay, like, very much just I don't even know how, like, what they were expecting me to feel emotionally with these two, but it just did not amount to a lot. I think that the movie should have cut out many characters and focused on, like I said, the father-daughter relationship with Cassie and Scott, and also Kang. Now, let's talk about Kang. Kang was the best thing about this movie, and I'm so mad that I think that it was wasted, right? And I'll tell you why in a minute, but, like, Jonathan Majors was acting his ass off. Like, I think that every review that we're talking about, or that I've seen, whether they're positive about this movie or negative, they've all agreed that Jonathan Majors knows what the fuck he's doing. Like, it was just great. Kang was delicious to watch. You could see him, you could see the character, or Kang, holding back, especially in the beginning of the movie, and just gradually unraveling, and Jonathan Majors did a great job portraying that. But it's my opinion that Kang should have stayed alive. I wanted Kang to be brought out of the quantum realm along with everyone else, but Kang maybe have been missing materials, missing his machine, missing his suits, missing something where he had to start from scratch. And maybe that would give us time to have other shows and other movies, while this Kang that we're trying to get an emotional attachment to re-upped and came back to strike again, right? But I hated it. To me, this way, it wouldn't feel like, if you kept Kang alive, that's what I thought Ant-Man meant by we both have to lose. If you kept Kang alive, it wouldn't feel like we're starting from scratch with new Kangs, right? But Kang, to be honest, was the only consistently good thing about this fucking movie. I just think that there is no way that Kang should have lost to Ant-Man. I don't care what y'all talking about. And, you know, before we even get to that, is it going to be difficult for all these, for these, you know, casual moviegoers to understand what's going on with Kang? Because, like, you kill Kang, or He Who Remains in Loki season 1, then there's another Kang in this movie, then y'all got all these Kangs at the fucking end of the end credit scene. So it's just like, is that going to be difficult for audiences to understand? It does Kang's threat level now decrease because a fucking Ant-Man just killed him, or a version of him. Like I said, I don't think that Kang should have lost to fucking Ant-Man or been taken out by a bunch of ants. I am so sorry. The way he was lasering these hoes up, as powerful as Kang seems to be in these comics, like, I don't think Ant-Man should have been the one to kill him. Maybe have something where you fuck him up a little bit, but he still accomplishes his goal of getting out of the quantum realm, and then from there the audience has an attachment to this specific Kang, instead of now we starting over with these new Kangs. Like I said, now there are so many plot holes in this shit, girl, I don't even know where to begin. And it feels like I'm really dragging it, but the more that I sat and thought about this movie, the more I couldn't let certain things go. Like these ants that had taken Kang out, apparently they had lived thousands of years or 1,000 years in the same time span that our characters did. Lived the couple hours, couple days that they were in the movie, and for some reason these ants advanced themselves so much technologically, and yet we're still wanting to take orders from Henry S. I don't know, girl. And also, if Kang was so horrible, so bad, so evil, so powerful that he got exiled to the quantum realm by other Kangs, then why was it so easy for his ass to be defeated by Ant-Man? Like, I'm so sorry, girl. It's just, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And also this one, I was just like, I'm gonna let it slide. I was willing to let it slide if y'all were going to let us hold on to this specific Kang. But I'm not sure why if Kang has access to all this technology and future tech, I don't know why he couldn't just, you know, fix his drive, shrink that fucking drive down after Janet then, you know, did what she did with it. But whatever, I was willing to look past it. But y'all killed Kang. I don't know. Now, I was sitting here like, Janet, if we are literally in the quantum fucking realm, if you don't say something, I'm in the quantum realm with you, girl. You gonna have to speak up. Everybody like, bitch, we are down here now, Janet. Like, we need to know what's going on. And she was remaining tight-lipped about this shit. Now, for me, I'm just like, girl, all this shit was going on in the quantum realm for 30 fucking years, and we ain't know shit about, whole entire civilizations down here. You know, and I guess they tried to say, well, because or we weren't able to see certain things because of the instruments they were using, or reach up this low into or deep into the quantum realm, I guess is what they were saying. But to me, it felt like y'all had us believing that, and maybe this was, I don't know, y'all had us believing that Janet was down there by herself for all these years, and that's why she didn't want to, I don't know. And then when we get down there, we see humans, and then what? But they're not really humans. And it's not even explained why. And the crazy thing is that they even brought up that topic with Janet's old friend from the quantum realm. Like, basically, like, someone asked, why y'all basically humans down here, but like what's going on with that? And then the guy says, oh, well, we're humans, but not really. And they don't even fucking hit up the topic again. I'm just like, if y'all gonna just introduce this plot armor or just plot holes or whatever, just do that shit and don't even talk about it at this point, and make sure the rest of the movie good, girl. But a lot of stuff in the quantum realm, I guess you can't think about it too hard. A lot of shit just didn't make no sense. I feel like even with the goo, because of how different these organisms are, you talking about regular sized humans versus these micro organisms. Like, even with the goo, they should not be even communicating the same way as regular human beings. Like, these motherfuckers, like, down in the quantum realm probably communicate with signals or chemicals or some shit like that. It's just, I don't know. And then remember the black guy with telepathy? They just made his ass a character for fast information transfer between the characters in the audience. And I was just like, this character didn't even need to fucking be here. How and why does he have powers in the fucking first place? It was just like, I was just like, girl, what is going on? What is going on? Modok was sitting there, and I was like, I can't take this shit seriously. I know that Modok is supposed to be a, you know, kind of funny, whimsical, wacky kind of character, but even with that in mind, this shit felt so, and it's because Marvel is so obsessed with giving characters redemption arcs and shit. Like, girl, what the hell? Leave Darren ass down there, and we don't never have to see his ass again. And y'all, and they make it seem like the quantum realm is so interconnected, such a small community that you would be easily able to find. Like, it's the quantum realm. You could have this whole entire movie on someone's fingertip, on a penny, on a leaf or somewhere, and then Darren is somewhere else completely. So just because you in the quantum realm don't mean you're gonna be able to find each other easily. I don't know, girl. It's just, I don't know. We barely saw the relationship that Modok had with Kang. After, it was only after Modok got his ass damn near beat to almost death that he was like, well, actually, I'll stop being a dick. And it's just like, that's not real redemption, girl. Like, that's not, and y'all so obsessed with that shit. I don't know. The way Modok looked was so, and like I said before, I understand that Modok is that kind of character, but it's just, it really was a swing and miss for me with this shit. I don't know where it wasn't no character development in this whole. Even you would think that the way that Cassie was dragging the shit out of her father in the beginning, like, girl, you want me to stop doing these things, stop fighting for these things, but you be doing that shit too, or you did before, and now you're sitting your ass down. Even with that going on in the beginning, it just feel like it just whimpered out. There was nothing. The characters were the same when they started the movie and the same when they ended that shit. But yeah, even the post-credit scenes, like I said, Jonathan Majors did his damn thing. An amazing actor. It was cool to see all the different Kangs, saying that the Kang that they exiled was dead and had been killed by Ants or Ant-Man or whatever. So it was cool to see that. But now, like I said before, it just makes the whole Kang thing a lot more convoluted than before, at least to me, especially if you're talking about these casual moviegoers. I think once you start to, pop up these Kangs and now they killed by Sylvie and fucking Loki. Pop up one Kang and now he's killed by Ant-Man. It's just like, now the threat of Kang don't really start to feel like it's threatening at all, girl. Like, you doing all this big and bad talking, you end up getting sucked into what did Kang even get sucked into? I don't even think they were implying. I know at the end of the movie they were saying, like, you could see Scott walking around like, oh well, of course we defeated him, but that wasn't even like the focal point. The focal point of his anxiety, Scott's anxiety at the end of it, was the fact that Kang had said that there's something worse than me coming. Like, there is all of me coming, right? So from my understanding, that means that this Kang in this movie is officially dead. Right? So I really wish they wouldn't have killed him like that, especially because we were getting so much. We're getting some kind of story, some kind of background, some kind of motivation for Kang. And I was like, okay, this can you could string this along through multiple movies, have them both beat each other up. And honestly, Scott would have never lasted that long in a fucking battle, in a fist fight with Jonathan Majors. Let's be real about that. Okay? But I think it would have been so cool if they let, Kang accomplish what he came to accomplish in some way, get out the quantum realm, and just be walking around on Earth, rebuilding his shit. Even if he came up there without his city, without his empire, if he found a way to rebuild his shit or found a way to hide out until he was able to strike again, and those were the next movies, that would have been cool. But I think they really jumped the gun with killing Kang like this. And I know we have multiple Kangs, but it's just, this one was the only, I don't know, child. And then the other, the post-credit scene, was when Loki and Mobius see Kang in 1901 in Wisconsin. I guess Kang is calling himself Victor Timely now. So I guess that obviously that's tying this movie into season 2 of Loki. I'll read this from Inverse. The Kang variant that Loki and Sylvie meet is he who remains the founder of the TVA and keeper of the sacred timeline. In a multiversal war, he who remains vanquished his variants, and he uses his position at the TVA to make sure they can't do any harm. However, after Sylvie kills he who remains, the sacred timeline fractured, spelling out chaos and calamity for the multiverse at the hands of a multitude of Kangs. For example, when Loki returns to the TVA at the end of season 1, he finds that it is under the control of a different Kang variant. Based on the Quantumania end credits scene, he's teamed back up with Mobius to hunt down the greatest threat to the multiverse, the other Kang variants. As Victor is one such variant, the guy that we saw, obviously the Kang that we saw in this scene. As Victor is one such variant, Mobius and Loki will most certainly be navigating the town of Timely when season 2 hits Disney Plus this summer. So yeah, I mean, that was just like a quick off the top of my head, kind of just saw the movie in theaters, kind of review of the movie. It was fun to see Cassie, like I said, do her thing. It was fun to see certain fight scenes. The action scenes were cute, but I think they tried to tackle way too much. I think certain characters could have been held. I think they need to focus on Cassie and Scott's relationship, because girl, this is Ant-Man. You can't afford for the story to be whack and the characters to be whack. No shade. No shade. Like, and I think that Marvel is like you gotta have some of these movies stand alone by themselves. It was not as bad as Thor Love and Thunder, but shit, it wasn't too far away from it. Some of these movies are starting to feel like just trailers for another movie. Building up to another thing, introducing a character. Like, y'all, okay, we get it. It's a multiverse. It's a phase. It's a a whole saga. It's a story with multiple different plot lines. But y'all got to take y'all time to develop some of these characters. Girl, if all these movies start to feel like trailers, girl, we gonna wait for these hosts to just get on streaming, girl. And that's just it. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Marvel, you need to get that shit together. After you spoiled me with Multiverse of fucking Madness, y'all need to come on now. Y'all need to come on now. Like I said, I'm glad it wasn't as horrible as Thor Love and Thunder, but this one, I mean, nothing. I'm not gonna rewatch no scenes. Maybe just see Jonathan Major's sexy ass do some shit, but like, I'm not rewatching scenes like I'm rewatching with Multiverse of Madness. I don't even remember no memorable lines. And Multiverse of Madness is just, it's not like the pinnacle of filmmaking, but it was a good fucking, you know what I mean? It was a good fucking movie. It was a fun movie. It was a superhero movie. It was great. It was, girl, I don't remember nothing from this fucking movie. It's not memorable. It doesn't give me nothing. So let me know what y'all think when you go see it, or if you've seen it already, leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for listening to me rant and ramble, and I will check y'all out later. Peace.